Hello there, everybody. Thank you so much for stopping by for your daily tarot forecast for, let's see, Saturday, January the 26th. I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to see the chat or not from my window now, so let me take a little time right here. Be quiet with the recording. Okay, so I just want to open a second window so that I can make sure that as people come in and they say things to me, I can see that. So I just want to go ahead and get that set up right away. Yep, because that's not working in this one. Hello there, Sarah. Glad to see you, honey. How are you? Okay, so let's get started now, shall we? We're going to look at Aries for Saturday, January. Am I reading this right? January 25th. January 26th, excuse me. Aries for Saturday, January 26th. Ooh, baby. What you guys have showing up is the moon on water. Moon on water is just telling me that you have something that you're having or someone that you're having intense chemistry with. This can be a hot, sizzling night behind the bedroom doors, or this can be a project or a hobby that you're really getting into. If you have a hobby of racing cars, this could be, really getting into that and enjoying that, But many times this is talking about really intense chemistry, and most times it's between people, just not always. There could be something else that's making you feel that great chemistry. Either way, it's a good card to have. It talks about really enjoying yourself in one way or another. Okay, so next up we have Taurus. And this is for Saturday, January the 26th for Taurus. Thank you for the thumbs ups already. I appreciate those. Thank you to those of you who are sharing this video as well. Okay, Taurus. What you guys have showing up here is the Empress in reverse. The Empress in reverse just tells me that you are taking your time and manifesting some of the things that you love and that you want to have in your life. This feels to me like it's a slow process as you bring those things in. But I think you can see the light at the end of the tunnel, and you know that you will reach that goal. It's just a matter of being patient, going through all the steps that it takes to do that, not trying to take shortcuts. Hello there, Mary. Glad to see you in the room, honey. How are you? Gemini. Oh, hey, glad you are here. Makes a big difference when I can put the right face with the right name. Which sign are you, Mary? I'm sure you've probably told me, but I don't remember right now. All right, what we're doing right now is we are pulling for Gemini for Saturday, January the 26th. Okay, Gemini, Knight of Swords showing up in reverse. Geminis, it's going to be really tempting on Saturday to kind of go off half-cocked. You're going to want to take some kind of action to defend your own belief system and your own beliefs, those things that are precious to you. And then whatever action that you take, I think you're going to end up wishing that you hadn't later on, because the way the energy sits right now is that you're going to hear something, see something, feel something that makes you want to take this action. And then later on, you're going to find out there was more to that story than you realized, and really it didn't justify any action at all. So the advice here is make sure you've got all the information before you start taking action on something. Please don't do anything out of a reaction or quickly without thinking too much. Try to slow down. You do have free will. If you take the time to let some information come up more than what comes up initially, you may realize before taking any action that it's not needed. So that's the beauty of getting these readings ahead of time. We can see where we might want to, shift the course of the energy into something that is more likable and more suitable for us. Okay, so Gemini, that's the advice. Try to avoid taking quick action without looking through that situation thoroughly on Saturday. Kinks and curls, hello, hello. Glad to see you here. Tammy Bambi, hey, hey. How are you? Anastasia, glad to see you here. Mary, you didn't tell me what sign you are yet. Unless you have, and I'm just waiting on the delay to see that. Glad you're doing great, Tammy Bambi. Up next, we do have Cancer. Cancer for Saturday, January 26th. Cancer, Cancer. You know me. I don't have any small mugs. If I'm going to have a drink, it's going to be a big one. Right now, though, I'm needing water. Alrighty, Cancer. Sorry about the delay there. I just had a big scratch in my throat I needed to take care of before I start with you. What you have coming up is the Princess of Swords in reverse. Princess of Swords in reverse is telling me that you have somebody who is keeping their eye on you. That's what I'm hearing. So this can be somebody who is stalking you electronically. This can be a neighbor who's watching you out the window. For some of you, this is actually a peeping Tom. Those of you that this is a peeping Tom, you'll know. If you don't already know that you have a peeping Tom, you will know beyond a shadow of a doubt. So those of you who are Cancers who are wondering if you have a peeping Tom, don't worry about it. If you have to wonder about it, that's not the deal. But in general, Cancers, there is somebody that's keeping their eye on you or watching you, whether that's electronically or whether that's actually, they live near you or they work near you and they're keeping an eye on you in a more non-electronic way. The actual word for this is stalking. Do you like it that they're doing that? I think some of you actually feel good about this person keeping an eye on you. I think others of you are like, no, this is totally creeping me out. I wish they would stop. I really think all of you pretty much know this before the card comes up. So since I'm asking, do you like that they are? I think this is a point for consideration, Cancer. Like, okay, this is going on. Are you happy with it going on? Do you wish that things would change? What can you do to change it if you do? So kind of, how do you want to handle this? This is Spirit saying, how do you want to handle this? Let's not act like this is nothing going on just because maybe you're not quite sure, or maybe they're gaslighting you. Maybe they're letting you think, leading you to believe that they're not watching you when they are. This is saying they are. They are. What you going to do about it? That's pretty much what's coming up on this card. Right? For some people, it's going to be really creepy. For other people, it's going to bring them like a sense of security. It's just going to depend on the situation. Alrighty. Leo, Leo, Leo. For Saturday, January the 26th. Woo! You guys have a lot on your mind. Some of you out there definitely need a reading. Okay. What are we doing here? All these cards came out right side up. You've got 5 cards in front of me, Leos. Here's the thing, honey bunnies. You guys have a situation. All right? Hello there, Patricia. We're going to go through these in groups. I actually want to go through all 5 of these for you guys. I don't normally do that, but I want to go through all 5 of these for you Leos. Okay? What we have first. This group came out together, and they came up first on my table. So what we've got first is the High Priestess and the Two of Cups in reverse. Leos, I think something's going on where there's somebody who maybe you're in a relationship with or is a romantic interest, and things were going in one direction, and now you're starting to feel them pulling away. You're starting to feel them intuitively, that they're pulling away. They're not as happy with the situation as they were originally. And I feel like you're very aware of this. I also feel like they may not be talking to you about the fact that they're pulling away. They may not know how to say this and maybe trying not to hurt your feelings, but something's going on where they're pulling away. You're very aware through your intuition. Okay? That's the start of it for you, Leos. It just means I have a lot of information to put together, Kings and Curls. Now, this is the next card. I like this card after that first set, and I like the next set. So don't get all stressed out on me, guys. Your middle card that comes up is your empowerment card. Okay? So there's a couple of things going on here that are making you feel empowered. When you've got the 5 of Bows and you're looking at it with this particular situation that I just talked about, you have some empowerment because psychically you know, or at an intuitive level, you know that something's going on, whether this person is talking to you about it or not. Okay? Now, the other reason that you're feeling empowered is because you have this other situation, which we're going to talk about in a minute. But you have a couple of reasons for feeling empowered. One is that you are seeing the writing on the wall with this situation over here, which gives you the chance to start thinking about, well, what do I want to do about that writing on the wall? Okay. Now, the other reason you're feeling empowered is because you have the Green Woman and you have the Ace of Vessels showing up. Now, for some of you, this Green Woman is going to be that there's a female that you have romantic feelings for. And so where this other person is pulling away, whether they're male or female, it's kind of like, well, thank you for making my job easy because I'm really into this other person over here. All right. So for a lot of you, this is going to be a female that you're having romantic feelings for. Now, for those of you who are not necessarily interested romantically in females, then this is going to be somebody who comes into your life who is very encouraging, uplifting, empathic, supportive. Okay, doesn't have to be a female, but this is somebody who really makes you feel loved, encouraged, and sheltered, looked after. All right. For some of you, this could even be your mother. Like, you're walking away from the situation where somebody is getting distant. And I think you're walking away because of this empowerment card. You're not going to stick around and just deal with that. You're going to go ahead and bring that to an end. For some of you, your mother could be the person who is consoling you. But with this Ace of Vessels, probably not very likely for most of you that it's your mother. This is a new love. This is a new beginning. This is someone new coming in. For some of you, this could be a new friend that's coming in and that is being very supportive. Still a new friend, not an old friend, not a good friend, a new friend. Okay? Whether they're male or female. All right? So, you've kind of got some bad news, but you've also got some good news. And the good news is that you're feeling really empowered with both of those situations. Okay? What's strange, Kinks and Curls? Okay, so that was for Leo. I think we spent enough time on you guys. Next up, we have Virgos. Virgo, 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 Virgo. Virgo, Virgo. This is Virgos for Saturday, the 26th of January. Can be a very good friend. It definitely also has overtones of being romantic for a lot of people out there, though. Virgo. Okay, Virgos, what we have here is the Page of Wands showing up in reverse. Virgos, what I'm hearing is that for a lot of you, you do have a little person in your life who is feeling very unenergized about accomplishing something or about doing something. This can be one of your children. This can be a grandchild. This can be a much younger sibling. This could be a niece or a nephew. This could be a neighbor's child. And for whatever reason, they are not feeling like doing anything. Something has them all kerflustered to the point that they're just feeling apathetic about anything in life at this particular moment. Not like suicidal, just like not doing anything. Okay? I hear some of you kind of panic on that last sentence. It's not that extreme. It's just that they really don't want to do anything. They may want to lay in bed all day or lay on the couch all day or just play video games all day. They don't feel like getting involved in life. And this is a little person. This is somebody younger. All right, so we're talking probably younger than a teenager or maybe even 15 or younger at the most. But for most of you, I think this is somebody who's more like 12, 10, or younger than that. All right, next up, we're looking at Libra. Well, could be definitely not a romantic thing for you. There's a lot of Leos out there. Sometimes they are. You never know what the energy is going to bring you. Libra is for Saturday the 26th. Okay, Libra. What we have showing up here is the Temperance card, balance. Balancing something out. I really feel like you're going to be reaching for balance in your world, balance in your life. Maybe you're balancing between family time, personal time, work time. Maybe you're balancing your time between your children to try to make sure that everybody feels loved and cared for. But looking for some kind of balance on Saturday, Libra. Francine, you came in right on time. All right, let's look next at Scorpio. This is Scorpio for Saturday, January the 26th. Let's see what we have coming up. All right, Scorpios, here's what we have showing up. We've got a King of Swords here showing up in reverse. This talks about that we're going to be interacting with somebody who's feeling grumpy. They're feeling kind of grumpy. This is somebody who normally likes to look at things in a very logical way. They kind of like to sort of push emotions away from their decision-making process. And their emotions are starting to get a little stronger. In fact, they're starting to come into the decision-making process. And as that happens, it kind of trips this person out. Because that's not really their goal. That wasn't what they were shooting for. They were shooting for, let's do things logically here. All right. That's what they were shooting for. And it's not working out logically. Emotions are taking over. And what's going on with the emotions is not necessarily logical. In this case, it's not logical. And it has this person all flustered and moody and grumpy. And they're having a hard time putting their fingers on exactly why they're feeling moody and grumpy. So yippee skippy, we get to deal with somebody that feels moody and grumpy and really can't tell us exactly what's up. That's what we've got coming up, Scorpio. Very cool, Tammy Bambi. Okay, so Sagittarius. This is Sagittarius for Saturday, January the 26th. Okay, Saggies, what you have showing up is the King of Bows or the Adder in reverse. Okay, so Sagittarius, what this means is that there's somebody in your life who has been manipulating you or usurping you of your authority. They've been making decisions that you really were the person who was responsible to make. And you're tired of it. You've been tired of it. I think you've told this person before, hey, that's not cool. Let's cut that out. All right. And they just keep pushing it and pushing it and pushing it. When this card comes up, Sagittarius, what's happening is that they're pushing it one last time. And this is bringing everything to a head. And this will be dealt with, and it will be dealt with swiftly this time. For some of you, I think you're going to be dealing with it, but for others of you, I think this may be your boss or somebody else in your life who has a significant amount of power, who deals with this situation and puts this person back where they belong, back to making decisions about things that have to do with them. So either you are bringing this to an end once and for all, or somebody above you in some way or another is bringing this to an end once and for all. But this is the last time that this person is going to usurp your power. Okay, so that's for Sagittarius. You're quite welcome, Kinks and Curls. Alrighty, so next up we have Capricorn. And as I get ready to shuffle for Capricorn, let me just announce that those of you who would like to schedule a private reading with me, I do offer those in 30, 45, or 60-minute increments, and I offer those either over the phone or Skype, or if you happen to live in the area, Golden, Colorado, or surrounding, then we can do one in person. It's really up to your preference. The quality of the reading is just as good if we do a phone or Skype reading as it would be in person. And then I also have, well, I have those, and I told you that, but I also have 1 or 2 question readings. Those are pre-recorded. You just email me your questions, and I sit down and I put down 5 cards for each question, and I let you know what's coming into me psychically and what I'm reading off of those cards. Record it in an audio for you and send that back to you so you can listen to it at your convenience. If you would like to do either one of those things, or if you would like to book a Reiki session, check out my website to see my contact information, and then just get a hold of me, and we'll get you scheduled quickly. My website is www.amista.info. And if you don't remember, then you can always look in the description box below. So we're looking at Capricorn right now. Capricorn. Okay, so Capricorns, you guys have the Eight of Cups showing up in reverse. Eight of Cups in reverse talks about a situation that you left because you felt like you were getting depleted and you were not getting as much back from that situation as you were putting into it. Many times this can be an employment situation where the pay just wasn't measuring up to what you were putting in. But this can also be a relationship situation that you walked away from because it was depleting you, and now you're walking back to it because you think for some reason that maybe this can be something that's beneficial for you. Okay. So going back to something that made you feel depleted before is what we have coming up for you, Capricorns. All right. Next up, let's look at Aquarius. And this is Aquarius for Saturday, January the 26th. Well, you joined just in time. You're back to your old sense of timing. All right, so this is for Aquarius. Six of Clubs in reverse, Aquarius. This is telling me that something that you are working on that is not only for your own benefit, but also for the benefit of others as well. I feel like this gets sidetracked. I don't feel like it gets shut down, but I do feel like it gets sidetracked. It may even be put off to the side so that you can focus on something else on Saturday instead, although I think you probably had plans to focus on whatever this project or goal is. I just don't see that you have the time or the energy to actually put into it on Saturday after all. Okay, so that was Aquarius. Next up, we have Pisces. And this is Pisces for Saturday, January 26th. Aquarius, or Pisces, excuse me. You had the Aquarian card come up. This card can talk about an Aquarius. I'm going to say it probably does, considering that the first thing I thought was Aquarius when I looked at this card, even though I was pulling for Pisces. You have the Star card in reverse. I think you're going to be interacting with somebody who is an Aquarius who's very confused about what their purpose is or what their target is. What are they shooting for? What is it that they want to accomplish? They're very confused about that. Now, this person who's an Aquarius can be an Aquarius sun sign, moon sign, or rising very easily. Somebody who has Aquarius dominant, predominantly in their chart, one of those three. And it can be a female or it can be a male with this card showing up. But an Aquarius who is not exactly sure what direction they want to take things. All right, so that's what you're dealing with, Pisces, on Saturday. Capricorn is not for you yet, Tammy Bambi. Let's see what tomorrow holds. You might be surprised. Just saying. You might not, but you might be. All right, so anyway, that covers everybody. Thank you so much, all of you, for all the thumbs ups. I really appreciate it. All of those who shared this video so that I can be of service to more people. Thank you, thank you. Those of you who have scheduled readings with me and Reiki with me, I appreciate that as well. It is because of all of you guys' support that I am able to do what I love to do for a living. So thank you very much. Everybody have a fantastic, wonderful, thrilling, and peaceful day.